Hey guys, I have some very exciting news today. I have a SheModern sponsorship. I can't wait to show you all. So, I am going to be showing you the set that I received for the month, and then I also have a giveaway, and it's going to be the exact same product. I am only going to, you'll see me opening my set and then the other set, which I'm pulling out now. Yes, enter to win the giveaway. So I will add the criteria and giveaway duration in the description, and then I will send out a reminder when it will close as well. But I would love for everyone to participate, and I think this will be really fun. I am just so excited about this SheModern products because I've been seeing everybody using it. You ladies that I follow, Lynn Nails, Melissa's Manny's and more, Nana Ann, Sandra. I just love all the designs that you guys have shown with the SheModern products, so I am so excited to try it myself. Yay! I went ahead and swatched some colors because I love doing stamping on top of cat eye. And so the color that I have is like you'll see here. Oh, and this is also the matte top coat, which is awesome. So yeah, nothing sticks to it. And later you will see I don't even have to wipe the cured layer, which I always have to do with any of my other top coats, matte top coats. So some of these I am doing matte because I'm going to do some chrome stamping with it. So you will see that in a moment. But these other ones just have a few other pretty cat eyes. And then I wanted to do like a white and a black just so you guys could see like how opaque the color is. And so what is so interesting about this polish is that it is a semi-gel. So when you open the bottle, you kind of get that hint of like regular lacquer polish, but also kind of like gel. But it's so nice because, working with like the lacquer polishes and your other like traditional stamping polishes, for me, it kind of is like a little bit too overwhelming, and I really don't like using acetone. So if you're, if you clean up quickly, you can use alcohol. So I did show that. I'll show that later where I like wiping it off the plate after it had already been sitting for a little bit. So here is the semi-gel stamping polish in purple, kind of like a darker purple, but it looks really good over black and great over white. And so it's looking kind of like neon. I think that's because my lamp is maybe kind of casting that blue over it or something with my camera, but it's not that blue. Maybe I'll do some swatches like of it in regular sunlight so that you guys can see the difference. Yeah, I think I'll add that video footage later. So just going in and wanted to do some cute images. I have, which plate is this? I think this one is the Maniology January box. So on this first nail, you will see I did get a pretty good pickup with it, but so I put here note, go slower than you normally would. It is like a perfect hybrid between gel and lacquer, or like lacquer stamping polish. And on the website it does say to let it sit about, I think, like 15 seconds. This first one, was pretty good. If you look up close, you can see where I think part of like the bow design did not transfer over completely, but I was still happy with it. And so what I love about this is it's very user friendly. It's great for beginners, for people that like, that get so frustrated with stamping and they're just like, I've had it. I just want something that's going to work and that's easy, which I have, shared with you all that Maniology is great. But this is like next level. I am shocked. I love that it's like multi-purpose too. The fact that I can, use it for chrome too. So this is me like stamped and then I cured it. So here are the instructions from the website. You're going to apply the semi-gel polish over the stamping plate and scrape off the excess. Pick up the image with your jelly stamper. Do not rush to stamp right away. Best to leave the semi-gel stamping polish image on the jelly stamper for about 15 seconds and then stamp over dry nail surface. And there you will cure for um, 60 seconds. And just coating it liberally. I know I'm probably using a little bit too much because I want to say, I know Lynn Nails and some other ladies, I've heard them say that you really don't have to use very much. And because a little bit does go a long way. I was like, ooh, I'm kind of wasting it. But I wanted to have a perfect pickup, and I did. And notice how I am kind of like letting it sit for a couple of seconds. And I noticed, I think on Lynn Nails, she even let the polish seep into, the grooves, I think, for a couple of seconds after it was either before or after scraping. But so I think that that does help too. But yeah, just like a nice slow transfer, which is again great for newbies. And I'm going back and just adding on like an extra little pair of lips that I missed. And the cool thing too is that the polish is still tacky enough to, like, if you put your stamper down, it will still transfer over. So, you know how normally with your stamping polish, lacquer polish, you've got to be pretty quick. And you also need to have a like sticky base coat, especially if you're doing like a reverse stamp. But nothing, y'all. I just had a like regular gel top coat. And then, of course, on the matte top coat, you see that I've added the SheModern matte top coat. And this plate is from the Maniology December box, and I just really love this set, and I've been wanting to use it on something, especially over a cat eye. And again, all the steps that I'm doing here are in real time, so you can see how fast or slow I'm going. And normally I would edit out, the length of time, for me to grab paper towel and to wipe up the scraper, but I wanted you guys to see how long I actually left it on the plate before I stamped it. But look how opaque that is. And it's so clear. Now, there is one little spot I can see in the lower right hand corner, but I may have just left it on a little bit too long. So, but overall, this is a really good stamp, I think. But look at how pretty this is, and really like no effort on my part. I love that. So I was going for that peekaboo design where you stamp a color over the cat eye that's similar in color to the cat eye, and that's what I was going for there. This is one of my new favorite plates from the Maniology Mani and Me. Let's see, this is the January box. I wanted you guys to see how this purple looks on white, and it's very opaque. So this plate had been sitting for a little bit, and I wanted to see how well it could be removed with alcohol. That's a big plus for me to be able to clean up with alcohol. Is so nice because sometimes I'm like gassed out of the room, even though I have like my window open, um, or I've got it closed with like two air purifiers going. It's just a lot, and it's so I really love that it's like low to almost no odor. Now, I think because I let it dry on there a little too long, I did have to go in with a little bit of acetone, but still being able to use mostly alcohol to clean it up was nice. And just showing you guys here that I cured for 60 seconds and it's completely dry. But look at this, guys. How pretty is that? And like, seriously, no effort on my end. Too easy. Beautiful cat eye. I love that together. And when I top coat it, it looks even better. So I'm going in with the SheModern matte top coat because I want to do a little bit of chrome stamping on and cure for 60 seconds. So I meant to do a chrome stamp on this one, but I forgot and then I like put matte top coat over it. So, but at least you'll get to see what it looks like with stamped over black and it's very opaque. It's rare that you have a stamping polish that is opaque over white and black. Look how good that turned out. I am just so impressed. I love this. Oh, and by the way, this is an uber chic Valentine's Day plate, which is one of my favorites. And so I'm kind of hesitating here because I'm trying to wait long enough per the instructions. But great transfer. Look at that. I love it. All right, and then pop that one in to cure for 60 seconds. Apologies, I thought I was recording, but I just did a little stamp with the SheModern purple, same color and everything. And then I went in with a little bit of the chrome and I'm just like tapping it on so it doesn't make a huge mess. And I love that. You only get like a little bit out at a time, which is all that you need. And you can already see that there's hardly any chrome the chrome is not sticking anywhere else. And so I just wiped it off with the brush, just a gentle swipe, and look at that. How pretty. So now I wanted to show you guys one of the plates that I have purchased from Amazon. I think it's Pandhall, Pandhall, and it's like an affordable plate option. They transfer really well. And so I'm just going in with the purple polish again. And look how clean that transfer is. That is really good. And for, just like a cheap, affordable plate, I'm very pleased with that. So also just waiting a couple of seconds before transferring over. And then cure for 60 seconds. And I'm going to go in and just tap that bottle of chrome on top and then like burnish it in to try and get that mirror finish. And I love that it turned out so pretty. It would look even good matte, but I do go over with a nice glossy top coat. And I do like to go over with a cosmetic sponge because it really helps to just pick up any excess, especially if you have an intricate design like this and you want to make sure you get all the little extra bits off so you have a nice clean look in between the lines. And it is time for the final reveal, going over with a glossy top coat. So I just wanted to pull up the website to show you guys all the options that they have. They have from like the semi gels that I used, and then they also have air dry. They have jellies, which is so neat and unique. Even like color changing, and then of course all the different glitters and chromes. So go check out their website for sure. You will not be disappointed with these products. So for the giveaway, instead of putting, in the comments, enter me, will you just put stamp me? And then also let me know what kind of products from their website that you'd like for me to try. And I could maybe do another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was so much fun. And good luck to all of you guys that want to enter. Bye.